Hello, I'm Braden Moran, and this is my oral presentation. Student athletes should be paid. Paying student athletes is going to bring new life to college sports. Athletes will generate more money to their schools and draw more attention to not only their sport, but college sports in general. Why did I choose this topic? I chose this topic because I have experienced what it means to be a college student athlete. What I mean by that is I have experienced how much time it takes to perfect your craft in your sport, and then how much time it takes to study and stay on top of your classes, and what it means to balance that out and to make sure that you're pursuing or doing well in both. Background knowledge. For more than 100 years, college athletes were not able to profit from their NIL. Recently, that rule has changed. About a year ago, after a Supreme Court ruling, the NCAA changed its rules and now allows student athletes to monetize their name, image, and likeness, meaning they are now allowed to sign endorsement deals and do commercials, according to Limbaugh. Furthermore, student athletes are under scholarship, but that doesn't pay for their everyday costs, like gas and groceries and personal needs, etc. Research questions. Are college student athletes being exploited? Yes, student athletes have been exploited, meaning they have been taken advantage of. The schools and the conferences that they are a part of are making millions of dollars from their name, image, and likeness, and the athlete doesn't receive any part of that. Continuing, why is there a need to pay student athletes in addition to their scholarship? Student athletes are under scholarship, but that doesn't pay for their everyday costs. Again, they have to pay for gas, for driving to practice if they need to. Also, they have to buy groceries for every 2 weeks or whatnot, and etc. Everything that you need that you could think of, they have to pay for. The school doesn't pay for those things. Also, not every athlete is under scholarship in the first place. So they on top of their everyday costs that I just named, they're having to pay for tuition, books, and etc. Will there be a limit to compensation for student athletes? Not necessarily, because the amount made by the athlete depends on their endorsement deal. So all the details that go into their deal, they could make up to $1 million, like Bryce Young, the quarterback from Alabama. Claims. Student athletes will gain popularity. They will gain popularity by receiving endorsement deals from different companies and being offered commercial deals from different companies. So student athletes will have better opportunities. For example, online markets are being made like Mogul, which was made by Brandon Winbush, who is a former student athlete who played for football for Notre Dame. He made Mogul to help student athletes get local NIL deals much easier. Student athletes will also have increased motivation. They will want to play well so that they will receive NIL deals. They will have better performance in the classroom because being paid means that they won't have to worry about their everyday costs. They'll have the money to pay for their everyday costs. And they will be able to provide for their families if need be. Student athletes are also deserving to be paid. Not every athlete goes pro, so having the opportunity to profit from their effort and the time that they put into their sport is a great thing, because not every athlete is going to go to the pros. So being able to make the money and get into the business of sports, and NIL is a great opportunity for students. They will have less stress for everyday expenses. Again, they have a rigorous practice game schedule that demands a lot of their time. So they're having to go to practice every day and then get home and they're tired and having to do homework, and then they have a game, an away game maybe, which takes them away from class. So maybe they're missing class time and then they have to get caught up again and whatnot. My counterclaim is that schools already provide scholarships to student athletes. Compensation to student athletes could corrupt factors like recruiting and the transfer portal. I would rebuttal to those statements and say, no, student athletes receive no payment past their scholarships. Recruiting and transfer portal has always been a part of the game, and schools will just have to adapt to that factor. Student athletes spend more time in their sport than in their class. And student athletes, to be a student athlete is a full-time job. They're spending so many hours in a day with their sport and also with their academics that by the end of the day, they don't have time to themselves. They're going to bed and then they're waking up and doing the same thing again. This rule change is going to save college sports. According to Faisalpour, he said, name, image, and likeness, in my opinion, is going to be something that saves college sports. It's going to allow students the ability to bridge the gap while they're in school to profit off of who they are and not have to work and play under financial hardship. In conclusion, student athletes will be more popular with getting more NIL deals, with more endorsement deals and being on TV with commercials. I mean, that's not saying that every student athlete is going to have a commercial, but with this new rule change, that's giving them the opportunity to be more popular. Student athletes will be more motivated in the classroom with the decrease in stress levels with everyday costs like gas and groceries and tuition and books and etc. And bottom line, students are just deserving to be paid because of the time and effort that they put into the class and in their sport. And this is my reference page. And I'm Braden, and this has been my oral presentation. Thank you.